Hello, everyone. Good evening, guys. Can you hear me? Friendly Fred said hi. Hi, Theo. Neat said yeah. Guys, how is everyone doing today? So, where are you watching us from? Always, I'm curious to know. Come on, let's start. So, until you put down where you're watching us from, allow me to welcome everyone in this webinar for another weekly market watch, insights and prediction here at Elevating Forex, and our warning or disclaimer, just to ensure that everyone understands that this information is only for market analysis, educational purposes, and I'm not in a possession, neither myself or Elevating Forex, to give to anyone a personal, direct or indirect financial advice. Thank you so much for understanding this and respect it. So, for those that see me for first time, my name is Theo and my surname is Theodoro. Oh my God, where are you from? And you have pretty much the same. And in Greek, it's Theodoros, Theodoro. My goodness. So yes, in Cyprus, in Greece, we tend to, every second generation, we tend to have this one, but okay. So for those that are wondering if I'm a real person, just let's see, do I look like that guy in the picture? Yeah, pretty similar face, right? So if you want, you can check me on any platform. I mean, to see that I'm a real person. You can find me on LinkedIn. If you are LinkedIn and can check it out, you can see my Instagram page. So let's see who is here with us today. JJ said hi. Via said hi. How are you? I'm very well, thank you. Blessed weekend from Friendly Fred. From Spain is Neat. From England, iPhone user from Hungary. Friendly Fred from UK, Yasmin from Malta. Guys, who is here for first time? Didi from Spain, from UK, yes. DG Craig said, loving the new copier from South Wales, UK. Amazing. Friendly Fred, it grabs me from the neck. Before we get started, gold is going to 27.70. Love it. From UK, iPhone user Friendly Fred, you are legends. Have a blessed week coming with your trades. Monica said hello from London. Pamela is laughing. Oh, sounds interesting. Hello, my goatee. Oh my God, from Marty. JJ said, Friendly Fred on the Instagram. Yep. Vivo India from India. Nice. Nick said, it's my second time here. Love the crypto trades from Fred. Nice. Kelvin from Turkey. Fantastic. Shuhadam from Colombia. Medellin. Dario, first time from Sweden. Pamela, welcome to our webinars. New from Norway. Fardaos. Nice. Alessandro from Italy. I remember that name as well. Rose from New Zealand. Wow, you're still awake. That's fantastic. King said hi, first time. Oscar from UK. Fasiral from Eritrea. Shoot out from Eritrea. It's my first time, bro. You are the best. You are all the best here, guys. Thank you so much. From Portugal, Joel. Brother, I'm from Japan and first time joining your meeting. Thank you so much. Marty, analyze gold first, please. So, guys, as for my experience, my expertise, why do I stand in front of you and why to pay attention to what I have to say tonight? Because I consider myself that I'm not a YouTuber or a guy from, let's say, who got excited after a couple of years reading the markets and came up with some ideas and then tried to do stuff on YouTube, and it's a YouTuber slash trader. I trade for 12 years now. That's the 12 years. I primarily trade the CFD products and the futures. Beside that, the last 3 years or 2 years since 2020, it's going to be 2 years now, the second year that I obtain a certificate from the Society of Technical Analysts that based in the UK, and another certificate issued by the International Federation of Technical Analysts. So beside the trader, I'm also a certified market analyst, and trust me, there are two different things. I always see, because I do private coaching, one-on-one coaching for those that are interested to learn how to trade. And I often see traders, they confuse the technical analysis with the trading. They don't really understand. They get caught into that thing of, okay, I know how to analyze the market, but they lack the mindset to take trades. Now, on a daily basis, besides trading, I also deliver market analysis for some hedge funds and prop trading firms. I also publish articles in financial magazines that they are there. You can go and find them as well. And also, I have webinars on YouTube that I did on we were two people on the webinar, myself and either John Bollinger, who created the Bollinger Bands, or Steve Ninson here, and many other fantastic traders and very famous and skillful traders around the world. So without saying this, let's start with, I know with what we want to start. And it's not going to be with the gold. It's going to be to just add the watermark, because you will always know which currency pair we are analyzing. Ben said, good evening, second time. Nice. Nick said, also I've been spamming Gios on Telegram about doubling my money within a week. Thank you so much. Marty said, Marty said, yeah, I know, guys. Many traders, they try. It's very easy to get caught into do analysis paralysis rather than understand how to trade. And I will put a simple question for you, but later, not right now. Okay. Now, the style that I used to trade, I'm a day trader, of course, but the style I used to use is I look the weekly chart to find out what the market is doing, where it's hitting to, in a simple words, okay. And then I go on the hourly time frame and I just press the trigger, I execute the trade. Now, why I do that? Because for me, it works perfectly. Now, what I often see traders, they make a mistake and they make an error, is they think that theostrategy, it can, let's say, 100% work on their end. And that sometimes it's not the case. What I will challenge you to do, guys, is to take my strategy and try to find out your personality and put it next to who you believe you are as a trader. Okay, if you find it difficult to understand what kind of trader you are, just reach out to me and I will do my best to help you in order to just, let's say, start looking trading based on who you are. Okay, by the way, in case you are wondering how you're going to get connected with me, either you can send me a direct message, or if you want, I put on the chart here, or if you want, you can send a message at Gios Elevating Forex customer support, and they will direct you to me. Either way, it's fine. However you feel more comfortable doing that. So, and what I use in terms of market indicators, I like to use the 50-period moving average, just because many hedge funds, most profitable hedge funds out there, all professional traders, they use that good moving average, okay, the 50-period moving average. Why they do that? It's a long story behind the scenes that I'm not going to get into that, but because I do have access to many professional traders, to many people that they trade for, that they are gurus in trading. We all belong into some kind of societies, put it that way. And I know really well what they do, how they do it, okay? And I'm just here, I just put things in front of you, okay? Do I use ICT concept, smart money concept? Of course, I'm aware upside down what's going on in the market, because I see some good stuff out of smart money concept that they apply in Forex trading. But also, let's say 90% out of this stuff, it's the technical analysis that it existed from ages ago, from Wyckoff and from Dow Jones theory, and they just changed the names. Okay, so we are not here to discuss about this, but it's always a good to have an introduction so you know how do I trade and how you can get benefit from that. So last week, remember those that were here, and trust me, I can read your names and I remember who most of you were here last time. We said that the European Central Bank was about to drop their interest rates, and if they were about to drop their interest rates, definitely we will have seen a weak euro. And we said that let's focus on selling the euro. And what I say in the webinars, I also do it throughout the week in my personal account. So first trade I took, it was here, and it was a losing trade, bearish engulfing in a downtrend. That's a euro US dollar. That's the hourly time frame. I got the losing trade here. The price didn't make it. And then the price made a false breakout here with a candlestick pattern that I shared a lot of times with you guys. And it calls either shooting star or long upper wick candle. It rejected the 50 period moving average. That's why I use the 50 period moving average. Okay, look at how many times the price rejected the 50 period or touched. Rejected here. I took a trade here and it was a 3-to-1, I think 3.3-to-1. Okay, I take out the commissions because I use some type of account. So anyway, so it was a 3-to-1. It covered the previous loss. When I trade this strategy, I go for minimum 2-to-1 minimum, because I firmly believe that profitability, when you trade this strategy, profitability in trading lays down to understand reward to risk. If you understand reward to risk, even if you have the worst strategy in the world, you can make money. You don't need, the entry is not always the case. It is important to pick up the entry, but if you have a good reward to risk and understand that, then I guarantee you're going to be a successful trader. Okay, and that's something that I go through the private coaching with people. Other trade, it was the next day, another bearish engulfing here of the 50 period moving average. That was a 2-to-1 trade. That was an easy one. And on this one here, after the European Central Bank reported their interest rates, I entered short here. Stop loss was above there, and then I just moved my stop loss to the entry point, and I just got out with a break even. Now we do have a fair value price. You're going to see there's a fair value gap. Now, for me, it's not a fair value gap. It's a fair value price because the price didn't gap here. So then we have a confusion with what is a gap in the market anyway. So fair value gap if you prefer it, or fair value price if you want to learn it the right way. With all the respect to all people, they trade some money concept. This one here, the price, it's still within this one. If it's valid or not, absolutely it's valid, but it can give a losing trade. It's okay. As long as you have a good reward to risk ratio and management, then you are on a good path to trading profitability, in my opinion. So from next week onward, we're going to see if the price penetrates this high here, then we're going to look for long positions. Okay, guys? Because then the market structure will change. Now, let me share something with you, important, very important. I know that many traders, especially if you're a beginner trader and you don't interact with the markets in the essence that I do interact, you're going to think that, okay, let's check in the volume indicator on the chart, and let's check the volume. What actually is going on with the volume when you trade CFDs and not futures is, and CFDs is what we trade here, is that the volume does not represent the amount of contracts they've been traded throughout this period. They represent how many times traders, they press the click button on the mouse. Okay, this thing here. So the volume that comes out from our brokers, they don't represent the trading volume of the actual market. They represent how many clicks they occur into that particular time frame. Okay, that's why I scratched the volume from the chart. Unless you are trading futures, that's a different story. Okay, so when you see a candle like this, long bearish candle in a downtrend, and after this long bearish candle, the market failed to proceed and to create a new downward move, it means that this one here, most likely, it's market manipulation. So if the price managed to break above this high here, it means that the price is about to reverse, because all the buyers, all the sellers here, they are not there to defend this market. Where in this case here, for example, the price moved downwards and then consolidation. The sellers at this point, they defended their positions and they press the market lower. Okay, so I hope that makes sense to you. And now we're gonna start looking for either short things. They become a bit complicated. If the price stays here and it just moves sideways like we had on the US oil last week, then it makes it a bit hard to trade, to be honest. Okay, but only if the price will breaks above this, and then it's going to start trending upwards, definitely we're going to look for long positions. But if it's going to go down, then we have to mark all these supports, and trust me, it's boring as hell to put all these lines on the chart just to identify when the market is going to move a little bit there and 10 pips there and 10 pips there. Okay, so just let's look for another currency pair. Next one, Great British Pound against the US dollar. Guys, does it make sense? Are you still here? Did you fall asleep on your computer? Oh my God. Who is still awake here? So last week I was looking actually to get some trades around this area, but I like to be very, very, very transparent when I'm trading and when I'm showing what I did last week. This one here, yes, it was in my scope, but something it wasn't right with this bearish candle, in my opinion. I didn't take the trade. And let's put it that way. Every trade we are about to take, even myself after 12 years of trading, we are all skeptical. I mean, there is no such a trade. If you find someone tells you that, hey, I'm 100% comfortable, and when I place the trade, I don't have any thought, I don't have any doubt, I place trade flawlessly and blah, blah. These are all myths, okay? The reality is that when we are about to take a trade, we all have that doubt. Now, why we consider myself and other traders out there, we consider ourselves as professional traders, is because we learn throughout the years and experience how to put that doubt aside. How it's like you have a dog that sits in front of you and barks like a hell, and yes, you get scared, you get afraid, but you try not to show it. And after you do some practice, you stay calm and say, okay, I understand that involves, let's say, risk, blah, blah, but I'm going to take the trade because and I will give you one sentence, and that I'm sure it's going to unlock you. The only way to deal with the fear and uncertainty when you're about to take a trade, ladies and gentlemen, it's only having a belief in your reward to risk rules. Okay, that's it. This is going to solve everything. Now, let's just put it into perspective. This method that I show you here, the way I trade, it's different than the signals our traders, they send on a daily basis into our channels, okay, into the premium channel primarily. So when you trade on the 5-minute chart, when you're scalping on the 1-minute chart, because the price fluctuation throughout, especially throughout the trading sessions, it always affected by a high volatility that it's going to join now, something it's going to happen, let's say, in Israel, it's going to happen in Ukraine, something's going to happen in China, and everything it's going to play into the market. Sometimes it's much, much beneficial just to take fast profits out on 0.5% or 0.75 and so on. Okay. And also that comes down to the trader's strategy at the end of the day. So with the sterling here and all the majors, actually, what you're going to see is that the weekly charts are all in an uptrend. Now, the price came at this support area last week and it forced break the support. It didn't manage to penetrate the support and close below the support. Therefore, we do expect it to see some push to the upside. Also, the weekly chart, it shows there is a fair value price left around 1.32. If we go back to the hourly time frame, we will see that all this area here, it will get filled at some point. It will mitigate it at some point. So there are two ways to approach this one. First, if the price starts making, actually the price already started making a higher high and higher low, because we have this low here, lower low, and then it made a higher low. So maybe we're going to start looking for long positions, but until this area here, there is a strong resistance. If the price penetrates this resistance, write it down, we're going to look to go long and target this 132 area. Okay, it's simple, but it requires patience and it requires some skills to learn in order to execute this type of trade and stay calm and don't get panic. Somebody said, as a beginner trader, I really appreciate your explanation because it's simple. Other pro traders make it difficult to understand. Guys, a trader that makes something difficult to understand, unfortunately, it's not an experienced trader. Because if you are an experienced trader, what experience means? It's like you go to a doctor and it's like a doctor that took him or her 10 years and it's, let's say, 15 years in the industry. And you go there and in 10 minutes, they are able to give you solution most of the times. It's just because, and you don't, and they ask for a high pay, it's because they are able to solve your problem in 15 minutes. They are able to put down a knowledge of the last 10, 15 years in 10, 15 minutes for you, okay, for us, okay? So same with traders. And some people, they come to me, Matthew, I want to get your private coaching, I want to do this, blah, blah, blah. But you also have to understand that I'm going to share something that day and night I was reading, I was practicing, I lost money, so much money I lost, so much money I made. It is what it is. That's my profession. It's my love, it's my passion. This is where I put my life on. I mean, that's how it is. I'm not working something else in the morning and something else in the night. I'm all in. Everything has to do with the financial markets. Next one, USD Japanese yen. So last week, I don't know why I managed to save the trade at the end of the day. At a little bit profit, I saw this lucrative long rejection here. I took a trade long, but I was very, very cautious around this area of resistance. The price didn't really make it to even go up there. After this bullish momentum, it should have pushed higher. So it didn't, and I just scratched the trade right there. Just a little bit of profit, let's say, call it break even. Then the price melted. So on the weekly chart, what's going on? This is what's going on. Absolutely nothing. The price printed a reversal price action, let's say a shooting star at resistance. Sorry, a hammer at resistance. Then now a shooting star at resistance. I don't know. Maybe we're going to see some move to the downside. The good thing, though, on the hourly time frame, and it's something you can keep an eye on, that is that the bearish candles are much more in quantity and also in size compared to the bullish candles. So this gives some clues that the market is craving to go lower. But you always need to be aware where is the next area of support, which is down here, okay? Support I usually draw them with the green color and resistance with the red color, just for simplicity purposes. So there is a fair value price left behind at this level here. Additionally, if we draw Fibonacci from this high to this low here, the 61.8%, and the 50%, it's in the same area where this fair value price is. Also, if we look at the left, we see an inside resistance sitting over there. Okay, resistance inside. Where are you? Inside resistance. Sitting over there. So this area here can be used as a good area, let's say, to go short, and let's say to go for 3 to 1. Okay, I will keep an eye on this one. Again, knowing my reward to risk ratio and my strategies, even if I take 5 and 6 losing trades in a row, one after the other, I will not and I will never doubt the analysis that I do here. I will never doubt what I say, and I don't take back to what I say, because I trade what I see. I don't trade what I want to see. Okay, and that's the difference between a professional trader, guys, and a trader who claims that it's a trader, is because we are okay to take as many losses as they occur, as long as we executed our trading plan. Simple as that. Okay, and as humans, they tend to blame the self or the society, blame them if they do something that is considered as wrong or mistake. But let me share something with you. In trading, most of the trades we professional traders we take are losing trades. It's impossible to have a high winning ratio as a professional trader and at the same time to go for 2 to 1 or 3 to 1 in one strike. Okay, that's impossible. The only way to do that is because our traders, when they send their signals every day, they have a different reward to risk ratio, and most of the trades there, they are profitable, they are winning trade, and that's different because it's a different trading style over there. With this trading style, the odds are different, the methodology is different. Okay, so I will keep an eye on this one. Of course, it's not a clear trend like, let's say, this one here. It's a clear trend that makes higher highs and higher lows, or lower highs and lower lows, but yeah, it's worth looking at it. The price broke below this trend line. We can see there is an upward trend line. The price broke below it. So let's see where it's going to take us. Okay. Next one, Australian dollar, US dollar. Weekly chart up. Weekly chart here, not very much of my like. I don't know. It makes lower highs, lower lows. The body of these bearish candles, they are getting smaller. Maybe the market is craving for a kind of retracement. I prefer to see a reversal price action, a clear reversal price action on the weekly chart before I start looking for long positions. Again, this is Australian dollar. It's good as a technical. It kind of respects, let's say, a lot the price action and the technical levels. So yeah, why not? Let's keep an eye on that one. If all the majors, they're going to push higher, I prefer to be a buyer in all the majors, not some of them to be seller, some of them to be buyer. Okay, so let's see what's going to happen with this one. Last week, again, I had a winning trade, yeah, actually on the Euro JPY, because when I saw these low levels here on Friday, I placed a buy limit order and I put the stop loss below these lows here, and it just went for 1-to-1 because the price didn't go anywhere. You see here, it just failed to push above this resistance, and that signaled to just scratch the trade, regardless what the profit or loss is. Just have the gut to scratch the trade if the technically doesn't work, and just move to the next one. Okay, now the price is consolidating here on the hourly time frame because the weekly price action is just 2 dojis in a row. No reason to just try and complicate things. We see sideways on the hourly. It means the market is consolidating. When the market breaks above this high or below this low, then I will start looking again on this one. Maybe it can happen on Monday, Tuesday, who knows? If it doesn't happen and for the next week it's going to remain moving sideways, I will just looking into another currency pairs. Nick said, I love that what you said. Trade what you see, not what I want to see. Guys, who in this webinar usually gets emotionally and trade what do they think? Or let's say you see this price action and it moves. Let me cover this one. Come on, just tell me. Let's say you see the price here and this candle is developing. You see this green candle just start develop, and you are in front of the screen. You are in front of the screen right now. Come on, this is something that I also do in coaching. So please, that's your time. Be active here. The price now, it's bullish candle, and you see that the market started moving higher. What do you think at this point? Don't you think that, oh my God, I'm missing out on a trade, and because this is a bullish candle here, I'm going to buy right here, and I'm going to put a stop loss, let's say below there, or I'm not going to even don't bother to put stop loss because the market is going to move higher. And how many of you are doing, or you did it in the past? I did it many times. At the beginning, I was doing it a lot. I couldn't put my head right. Although I had a coach all the time, for many years I was paying for a private coach. That's why I end up being such a good trader that I'm today. And I don't credit that to myself when I look at the mirror. I just credit to my trading account. Okay, so you see the price moves like this, and you're thinking, oh my God, it's going up and blah, it's going to break. And you are so caught up into your emotions and into your own world that you don't see what happens in the market. You see only what's going on in your wishes and in your beliefs, that what you want to see, but you don't really see what's going on. What's going on is that the price has a strong resistance area here, and I'm not the trader, so do you. We are not the traders that we have the capacity in terms of money to place a trade and move the price. We don't have that capacity. So we have to understand our capabilities as traders. All right. Someone said, I'm not going to just say your names into these things because they are very personal, but people, they said, I do leads to bad trade. Of course, it is, and it's normal. Okay. Somebody said, we'll wait until it breaks resistance. Yes, absolutely. Or support. We don't know. Next one, Great British Pound, Japanese yen. Similar scenario. Here I got a losing trade last week. After I saw this fair value price here, let's draw it. This one here, I had a buy limit order there. I have a stop loss there. The market just touched with a spread here, and then it bounced off. It moved upward, but it is what it is. No hard feelings. And then the market made a lower low here. So this might going to be the beginning of a new downward move. There is, like the USD Japanese yen, also the sterling against the yen. It left behind this fair value price and also this small area here. Now, you also need to understand that you have to look at the calendar every single day before you start trading. There are many websites you can look the calendar. So on Friday, ladies and gentlemen, the Bank of Japan will report their CPI, Consumer Price Index. This is going to bring a lot of volatility in the markets, and it's going to bring in intense amount of trading activity. So they expect the forecast, they give a drop in the CPI, which means for the Japanese yen, it's going to be devastating. If the forecast will be confirmed by the actual report and the CPI will drop in Japan, it means that the Japanese yen is going to be a weak currency, at least for some time. But if the Japanese will be a weak currency, guess what? The Great British Pound will be a strong currency and it's going to push upwards. The US dollar will be a strong currency against the Japanese yen and it's also going to push upwards. So we might going to get a losing trade if we just enter here like this. But again, it's a risk comes with the trading. Now, in case that I have a sample of 100, I take 100 trades, okay? And if I go for 3 to 1 on each outcome, and I'm black and white, 3 to 1, either I gain 3 or I lose 1%. Even if I lose 60 trades, they're going to be a losing trade. It means I'm going to be down 60%. But if I'm going to win only 40 trades, I'm going to be plus 120% up, okay? So do the maths, you are plus 60%. Some commissions fees from the broker and all this stuff, let's say 55%. Actual number, real numbers, no BS here. Okay, so this is something you need to understand, the risk reward and how you can turn your account only because of the risk reward ratio. So yeah, Eva said close your trades before CPI. Yeah, depends. Or to be honest, I never touch my trades to close them or do anything with the news events, because the news events, they're gonna bring the volatility, they're gonna make the move, they're gonna bring the move. Okay, so if you have a technical level that you are looking to take the trades and you execute from that level, it means that the news event, they're gonna just speed up the process, okay, in many cases. So let's see how much time do we still have. We have another 5 minutes. Beside gold, just tell me which one do you want to see, okay? The focus, to be honest, for this week, it's going to be on the Bank of Canada, on the Canadian dollar. And just write this down because the Bank of Canada will, we're going to see the gold in a second. Bank of Canada are about to drop their interest rate. So if this is going to happen, and at the same time, the market will follow through, guess what? Canadian dollar is going to become a weak currency. Yeah, I'm having a nice espresso now here. What time is it? Now it's 21:40 local time, but Greeks, we cannot live without coffee, yeah? So, okay. US 30, please, absolutely. Are you trading the US 30 on futures or on CFDs? So, next one, let's check the USD Canadian dollar. Just very quickly, because before we go to the gold. So, the price last week, it remained as a small candle here. But if the Bank of Canada will drop their interest rates, it means the US dollar against the Canadian dollar will rise. If that's going to happen, then definitely the level you want to watch, it's the 1.39. It's a round number and it's around the previous resistance, the strong resistance, and high chances is that the market, it's going to move this, how many pips? 120 pips from where it is now. So we're going to keep the hourly time frame. As long as the price makes higher highs and higher lows, we are happy to look for long positions. Why not? Okay. As I promised, let's check the gold. Gold. It's like that saying, oh my gold. We're going to start saying from now on, oh my gold. Huh? Oh my gold. So let's take all the drawings out. Guys, last week, what did we say? What did we mention last week? Didn't we said that the gold, it had an inside weekly candle. And then it had another, let's say, long lower wick candle, doji candle, however you call it. And we said that at resistance, when the price creates a resistance, especially when it's at its all-time high areas, when the price comes to when the price shows actually that it's about to retrace and to move downward, if we don't see immediately a bearish candle and a continuation, please, I don't know in which language to say that. Please understand that the market tells you, I'm not ready to go down. Okay, trade what you see. Trade what's going on your price chart, not inside your head. Trade what's going on. You are a smart person, I'm sure about that. But please, trade what you see. What do you see here? You see a bullish candle. Okay, we are looking that at some point, the buyers, they're going to close positions and the price will drop. Okay, do you know which will be that time? Do you know? If you know, just tell me. I'm willing to sell my house, my car. I'm willing to sell whatever I own in terms of properties and just put everything, let's say, into one trade, if you are so confident. Okay, we are dealing with probabilities. On the hourly time frame, there are a bunch of orders that they create an uptrend. So as long as this uptrend, which defines by the series of higher highs and higher lows, is still intact, I'm looking only to buy this market. If you are looking like our traders, they are looking the 5-minute chart. Okay. If they are, I know they got some good trade, let's say from resistance, okay, bearish engulfing, short time frames, profits, everything. And it's totally fine. Or like here, the market makes lower highs and lower lows, they are selling. Absolutely, because the market makes lower highs and lower lows. Now we are viewing the hourly time frame. Price makes what? Higher highs and higher lows. So we are looking to be a buyer. Now, when enough is enough, I don't know. The market will tell us when enough is enough. You have in your disposal some kind of trend lines to use. There are some patterns that throughout the years, they work perfectly, exceptionally well. So let's just use them and find out when these trend lines, they hold up the trend, they're going to just break. And that's it. Trend lines, upward trend lines are the base. When they break, yeah, we're going to see market declining. So Alessandro said nothing on XBR. Do you mean XRP, the Ripple? Not in your favorite for trading. If you're talking about the Ripple, I don't trade. I prefer to invest in cryptos, but I don't usually have the time to put the effort to add cryptos on my day trading activity. And personally, I love Solana. I mean, I'm heavily on Solana, too heavily on Solana. Okay. I sold Bitcoins, Ethereums, everything, and I don't know for a reason. I'm just on Solana. It's just something clicked on me. I was in few projects with they involve Solana, and since then I just gained trust. And also, yeah, I hold XRPs. I hold whatever you see on the list here, to be honest. That's why I just look at the list. But again, just for investing, nothing that occupies my day. Brent, XBR, Brent, you mean the oil? Yeah. On the oil market last week, I had some good trade, also some, I'm not going to say bad trades, they were good trades, but very because the market was ranging, so we sold this bearish candle here, we closed the profit down there, then we had a losing trade. Where it was a losing trade? It was this one here, and then I initiate again there. We took profit early down there, then another here, and scaling with bearish engulfing there, and we close profit there. It was a little bit of, it was annoying, okay? It wasn't the market that it just, you say like this one here, bearish engulfing, bam, 221, that was, sorry, we closed down there, this one here, okay? Now what I will be waiting for is the price to keep moving lower. Now, I usually trade this one rarely during the London trading session. So by the time I will start my trading activity tomorrow, maybe it's going to break below. Maybe it's going to push upwards, who knows. If it comes around here to close a little bit more this fair value price and it gets rejected, definitely I will go for short positions, okay? Now the price, it shows that this rectangle, it broke. Pay attention to this, guys. Now, this can go very well with the Wyckoff accumulation strategy. If the price now failed to move lower and it's going to move upward, we have the classic accumulation pattern, okay? Remember that this fair value price, it still needs to be filled. The price will definitely visit this area at some point. So if it's going to move upwards from here and it penetrates and it retraces 100% of all this move occurred last week, then comfortably we're going to look for long positions and we're going to target until this area here. GF asked, what is the death cross? By the way, this is an analysis that I will send on a hedge fund. I already sent it for tomorrow. Death cross is when the 50 period moving average, and actually I do this analysis on the 4-hour charts. When the 50 period moving average crossed below the 200 period moving average, it considered a very bearish crossover. So we call it death cross, okay? In the opposite direction, when the 50, like here, it crossed above the 200, we call it as golden cross. That's why this one here was some of the best trades to take. When after the death cross, bounce of the moving average, false break on these inside candles here, it's a very solid and powerful price action pattern. You have a lot of things to learn, guys, okay? If you want to learn, I'm going to give you all my knowledge on this webinar. That's fine. So I think we are good for tonight. What do you guys think? Do you guys find values out of these webinars? Are you comfortable with what we say here? Do you enjoy it? Friendly Fred, yes. Okay. Fred, I'm not going to read the first word, okay? But the second, it's fine. Guys, it's honestly, I enjoy doing this webinar for you. I mean, I love doing it. I hope you always find value. I hope you, at some point, you're going to start implement, if you haven't, some of the things we explain on these webinars. You can take some screenshots. You can send them over if you want. That's not a problem at all. It's going to be a pleasure to see that somebody will come to me and say, hey, Theo, from your webinar, I learned and I'm in a position now to trade as well myself. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, myself, Elevating Forex team, we like to wish you to have a fantastic evening. Thank you so much for joining. Remember, if you need anything and you need to contact myself personally, you can either send me a message or you can send a message at support and Gilles will forward the message over to me. Either way, it's fine. However, you feel more comfortable with that. Okay, for those that are looking for any kind of private coaching or to sit with me on one-on-one and learn how to trade, reach out, let me know. I'm happy to help you. If not, just please appear on these webinars. I'm sure you're going to gain a lot of value. And enough. Okay. Good night, everyone. I wish you all the best. Happy trading for next week onward, and take care. Thank you very much. Bye bye.